Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Argentinians, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really...
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 19 carries, 99 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
To throw is Fields. Completes this one to Pickens. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, Fields. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And that's off the mark, incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And they look to cash in. Excellent field position. 4-yard line, 1st and goal. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Justin Fields, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. He made a great read there, CD. Good decision to keep it.
And I think what we just saw there is someone understanding that throwing the ball through that traffic can also be fraught with disaster. Keep it, use your legs, get into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Taken right around the 44. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. Pushes him aside at the 45. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Open man is Higgins. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Fields now to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Jones. Robinson's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Jones. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Ball again on 2nd down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken at the 46. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Jones. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And past the 35 will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead is Hall. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to throw, Fields. That is caught by Laporta.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he Hits the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And a check down, complete to Hall.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fields.
That is caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost him.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room, maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
Here's Fields.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Now it's Fields. That's taken in by Higgins.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Slot man moves right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now Fields. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break.
Now he fires deep for Shaquille.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see there.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Mac Jones making their way back out. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Jones now. Off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields. This pass out wide to Hall.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off play action. Fields. Right to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Shakir hauls it in.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Jones.
Completes to Shakir once again.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing Jones.
Quick slant to Shakir.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They go play action here on 1st down.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back now here on EA Sports. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
To throw is Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll give to Hall. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Here's Fields.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple.
37-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
2 yards, good enough for 1st.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Back to throw. Jones.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Here's Fields. Able to find Higgins.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Give to Hall running right.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Hall again.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Hall.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for Hall.
take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Possession of the football as we come back.
Now 2nd and 4.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And his throw here is incomplete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The visitors' offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Now Fields. Pass complete to Higgins.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. He's got Pickens complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Fields. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. All eyes on Fields. And that one complete once again to Higgins. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And incomplete on the deep ball. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here is the home side to take over on offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. Oh, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Buenos Aires, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.